We are delighted to see you here today for this conference on supporting the whole child. This is obviously a popular topic. When we put the announcement up on the web, within one day, almost all the seats were taken and called for, and we've had a waiting list ever since, and we're thrilled that you are here to really think with us about what both supporting whole child education might mean and what it might mean for us in California to become a whole child education state. And I think we're on the path towards that. I'm Linda Darling-Hammond. I am the president of the Learning Policy Institute. We are taking up this issue at LPI as really the heartbeat of our work. We work on policy that supports learning, and if you want to support learning, you really have to understand and think about the whole child in that regard. I want to encourage you to join the Twitter conversation, hashtag Whole Child California. Do we have that up here? We did, yes, there it is. There's your hashtag. And I'm going to introduce Heather Huff, who is going to speak to us on behalf of PACE.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Heather Huff, and I'm the Executive Director of PACE. We're really thrilled about this event. We have such an amazing set of experts in the room here today across policy, practice, and research. So we hope to give you some each other and to discuss these topics as well. So PACE has been working on social emotional learning and whole child education now for several years through our work with the Core PACE Research Partnership. The core districts have really done a lot of work to organize around this topic, and you'll meet a lot of those folks in the panels today. We're hoping by the end of the day, we will answer for you the question, what does it mean to educate the whole child? And really to start thinking about how we can build structures to achieve this at scale. Part of the impetus for this event is the research that we've just conducted at PACE and at LPI. And I just want to tell you a story briefly about how these two pieces fit together. We had done a piece looking at outlier schools, schools that were doing really well on SEL. And we went in social emotional learning. We went into those schools to ask those educators, what are you doing to support kids? And simultaneously, LPI was coming at this from a research, from a theoretical perspective. How can we bring to bear what we know about how to support schools to build a framework? And these two approaches really converged in a way that we felt was really powerful and that we're excited to share with you today. So without further ado, we have a very packed agenda, and so we're going to get started. We want each of you at your tables to meet each other so that we can continue to talk over the day. So just for a couple of minutes, whip around your table and share your name, your organization, and how the idea of the whole child fits into your work. All right, everyone, I always hate to cut off a productive conversation, but we want to make sure we have time for all of our panelists today. Can I have your attention back up at the front? You'll have more time to talk. We've given you some time at lunch, and hopefully we'll have some time throughout the day. So we're going to start off today with a conversation about the research products that I mentioned right off the bat. And so we're first going to hand it off to Linda Darling-Hammond, who will talk about LPI's work, and then we'll have Taylor Albright come on to talk about PACE's work. We're not going to have time for question and answer period after the research. So what I would ask you all to do, there's index cards on each table. If you have a question for the researchers, hold it up, and the staff around the room will come and pick it up from you, and we'll make sure that the researchers address those questions after lunch. So we'll make sure those questions are attended to, just not real time. So without any further ado, Linda.